Hi, and welcome to this 4NAV coffee break. My name is René Brummel. I'm a product specialist at 4NAV and I will be your presenter today. As this coffee break is live, you can ask your questions via the GoToWebinar question window. We will answer them at the end of the coffee break. Today we're going to look at replacing the standard Business Central reports with their 4NAV counterparts. To demonstrate how to do this, we'll use the reports from the 4NAV Customizable report pack. However, you can replace the standard Business Central reports with any 4NAV report from any extension using the instructions from this coffee break. To demonstrate how to replace the standard Business Central reports, I'm going to use these steps. Prerequisites, what do I need to get going? In step 2, I will update the Business Central report selections. In step 3, I will manage the report selections from 4NAV. In the fourth and final step, I will replace the reports that don't have report selections. Let's start with the first step. Today I will work in a Business Central on-premise Docker installation with the Business Central 2020 Wave 1 release. I've installed the 4NAV report pack and I've executed the step-by-step wizard from the Assisted setup to get started. Of course, everything I do today is also available on the Business Central cloud environment. Business Central comes with its own reports, but they're not as great looking or easy to customize as 4NAV reports. Therefore, when we install, create, or customize 4NAV reports, we will want to replace the standard Business Central reports. In order to replace the standard Business Central reports, when we use 4NAV, we can use the same thing we have always used in Business Central to replace reports. And that's the report selection. There's a couple of report selections, there's sales, there's purchase, and a number of other ones. And if you open a report selection, like for sales, for instance, you can select your usage, which right now is invoice, and you can simply change your report ID, where you can select from the full list and type invoice. And at the bottom of the list, you will find the 4NAV invoice. And this switches Business Central from using the standard Microsoft report for the invoice to my 4NAV report. If I have customized reports like I have right here, I have a custom report for my invoice. You can choose your custom report and use that for your invoice. It may be a lot of work to replace all of the report selections for your 4NAV reports. That's why there's a page in the 4NAV Customizable report pack where you can manage these report replacements. So let's go and find this page. I'm going to find it via the 4NAV setup right now. And in the 4NAV setup, we have the actions 4NAV replace report selections, which opens a page where you have a full list of all of the report selections right here. And you can see which report is, which source is used for which report. So you will notice my invoice now uses a custom report. And on the right, we can drill down into the report selection sales, where we get into the page we were just at. So you will notice that this report indeed has a custom report. If I want to change this, I can hit process and use 4NAV. And you will notice this will change my report selection to the 4NAV report. And of course, we want to use the 4NAV reports for all of the reports. So we can simply go to report and hit replace report selections, which will replace all of the reports with their 4NAV counterparts. You will see right now, everything is using the 4NAV report. So let's have a look at the report selection again. The report selection, the invoice uses 4NAV, the order uses 4NAV, and the quote, etc. Not all reports in Business Central are replaceable. Some are hard-coded in the application, like the trial balance, customer top 10, and a number more. Of course, we want to replace these reports with their 4NAV counterparts as well. In order to do this, 4NAV has created the Replace with Report page. So I go back to Business Central, and in the search bar, simply type Replace with, which will bring up the 4nav Replace With report. And in the Replace With report, you can choose a report ID and, if necessary, a user ID, and you can choose which report to replace it with. If you want to populate this for the reports in the 4nav report pack, all you need to do is hit Use 4nav. And if you do that, I will place the 0 line right here because it doesn't do anything. If you do that, you will notice that, for instance, the trial balance, customer top 10 list, sales statistics are all replaced by their 4nav counterparts. And if I want to use not the 4nav report, but a custom report, I can do that as well. I can simply type up my custom report, and you will notice that the customer top 10 list now uses the My List report instead of the standard built-in Microsoft report. Let's recap what we just did. When we want to replace the standard Business Central reports with their 4nav counterparts, we can edit the report selections in Business Central. In order to make this easier, we can maintain these report selections in the report replacements page. Finally, to replace reports that don't have a report selection, we can use the Replace With report page. Thank you for listening to me so far. Let's see if we have any questions. We don't have any questions at the moment, so I will finish off this webinar. If you want to know more, of course, you can visit the 4nav website, 4nav.com, and you can download the 4nav designer from 4nav.com/download. If you use Business Central Cloud, you can download the 4nav Customizable report pack from the app source. And if you want to see more of these videos, please visit our YouTube channel. If after this webinar you have any questions, please send them to support@4nav.com. We're continuing our coffee breaks for now, so for a list of upcoming and recorded coffee breaks, please visit 4nav.com/coffee break. And if you have any topics for future 4nav coffee breaks, please let us know. And if we pick your topic to record a coffee break on, you will win 2 prizes. The first, of course, is a coffee break about your topic, and the second is a €50 or dollar gift certificate as a thank you. With that, we're at the end of the webinar. Thank you very much for listening, and I will speak to you next week.